It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. How the heck is everybody here today?
You remind me of Cher when you do that voice.
Oh, yeah?
If I could turn back time.
Mm-hmm. If I could find a way.
Cher mixed with a little Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Hold my hand. I like them too.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, here we are on a Tuesday. Today's going to be kind of chaotic here. It'll be fun to see how things unfold. A lot of media attention is right now in New York City with Trump, and then it's going to be on Mar-a-Lago a little bit later. So that'll be in that world what a lot of people are talking about. If you are going to be venturing onto Palm Beach, stay away from Mar-a-Lago. It is going to be a zoo in that area. He's right on that bend. That's where they got Mar-a-Lago. It's not a great road to get around anyway, but then you start adding all the media cars and all that kind of stuff, and it just gets to be insane.
This may be a real dumb fuck kind of question.
Okay.
Do they have fast food over in the Palm Beach, or will you not find any kind of McDonald's or Burger King over there?
There's a law. There's a town ordinance that you can't have any chain restaurants.
No shit.
So even if you do have a chain restaurants, like say, even if there's a Houston's over there, they have to call themselves Palm Beach Grill, which they do.
And that's what Houston. It's a Houston's.
It's a Houston's, but you're not even allowed to have a chain on the island.
Wow, look at that shit. That is some stuck up shit right there. You are not allowed to have a McDonald's here.
We're so stuck up, even our laws are stuck up.
Is that a good thing not to have? Does a McDonald's or a Burger King or a
They
what?
think those kind of brands cheapen the island. And we don't want anything to cheapen the island.
Rich fucks don't crave McNuggets every now and then?
They might, but if they do, you got to drive your ass over and take a chance on West Palm. Got to roll the dice.
Or you send Bittermen to go get my McNuggets?
They'll send their servant.
Yeah, they're not driving to get their McNuggets.
Nah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, that's kind of how they do it, man. That's
Wow.
Palm Beach.
Something else. I wouldn't feel comfortable in a world where I couldn't see a fast food sign within a couple miles, no?
We know.
Yeah,
We know.
all that stuff. Man, I'm sure it's your place, my man. So we'll be going, but it is fascinating just seeing what happens.
Would you want to live over there, or would that be something, is that too far out there for you?
I like it. It's a beautiful island. I mean, hey, if money's not the issue and I had a sweet pad on Palm Beach, fuck yeah, I'm taking it.
Okay.
It's jumping. Look, there is people watching. There is stuff to do. There's super fun restaurants, and it's jumping, and there is scandal, and there is juice, and there are so many fascinating stories. Once you get over there in the groove and you know people, I used to know people that ran. I don't know them anymore, but it was fascinating to hear about their problems in their marriages, their drug problems, and all that scandalous stuff. And this one's got money. This one's faking like he has money. And just, it's fascinating.
Somebody's bringing up a good point, though. I believe they have a 2J's there, don't they? If they've got 2J's, that's a chain.
I don't know. If it is, I don't know where the
Where's the
2J's
two
is.
J's?
I don't fucking know. I know 2J's in the regular people parts of the land here.
Yeah, I don't know of any 2J's on Palm Beach.
Okay.
The only one that I would say it's close to a chain, they do have Meat Market, which is there, and they have a meat market in New York City. So, and it's the same owner. But I guess that doesn't count because it's fancy.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So that apparently doesn't count. So, yeah, I'll be going down today. Got a bunch of smart emails here today to fill in the gaps of our lack of knowledge. Got one from Dr. Astrid, our historian fan, who is commenting on Easter Monday coming up. It's Good Friday, Easter on Sunday, and then Easter Monday. We were commenting earlier on the show. I grew up, I was a Protestant, so I didn't do the Catholicism, and I think Easter Monday is traditionally mainly a Catholic thing. We didn't observe it, though I would have been more than happy to have an extra day off of school.
Amen. If Easter Monday means an extra day, take it.
Yeah, he said it's been celebrated for centuries. It was a day to celebrate Christ's resurrection after Easter Sunday. Traditionally, people went to church. Now people stay home. I am from the Bahamas, and it's a big day. You recover from the big weekend on that day.
In my circles, Easter Monday is a new concept.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I grew up very Catholic. So maybe if you weren't very, very Catholic, you didn't know about
Oh,
it.
my mom and Ann were pretty Catholic.
Well, I guess not Catholic enough.
Ann was pretty religious.
Was she?
I know you didn't hear a lot of that on the audio, but she was a pretty religious woman. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Aunt Ann was.
Okay. Got a comment here on concert etiquette. Seems like all the new concert etiquette is coming out of Taylor Swift shows, like don't oversing Taylor when she is performing. Also, the latest that we got from her show in Arlington, Texas was don't be twerking and grinding all up on each other at a show that might have younger eyes. Also, you just be knocking people around, shaking that booty too hard. And Mandy said, I was listening to your concert etiquette and I wanted to share my own personal experience, a rule I wish people would follow. Anybody over a normal height, I'd say, 6'2", 6'4", something like that, should either stay seated or take an aisle seat. I'm 5'2", and a couple of months back went to Stevie Nicks and I was behind two guys that were 6'6" and 6'7", crazy tall, stood the entire time, which normally I have no issues with, but I was standing behind a brick wall and all I did was look at their backs the entire concert. I couldn't even see the TV screens. So you're there just hearing it. I know I sound like a jerk. I get it's selfish, but, again, hashtag be cool to people around you.
Damn, height shaming.
Damn. That would suck. If you're
It does.
short
It sucks.
and the person in front of you is tall, you're just screwed.
She had two guys that were tall, and she couldn't even
Yeah.
see the TV.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well,
I
it's
did-
like you're not even at a concert at that point, right?
Yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? 'Cause I did this a few times when I was at the Avett Brothers, because we saw them twice. The roaming experience, when you kind of walk around and watch the show. Do you like that or hate that?
I'm okay with that. In fact, the Queen and I typically do that. She's not one for getting in a seat and sitting for a long period of time. And so since I've been with her, we pretty much do walk around. We'll kind of move from this side to that side, or we'll go sit at the tiki bar. It's odd. Yeah, it's rare that we sit for an entire show and watch it. And I'm cool with it. It's all good.
I couldn't sit either. I like to get up.
I know.
I'm gonna need a new drink.
Yeah, you're on a whole
Yeah.
different fucking wavelength when you go to a concert.
I can't have one drink last me through a whole show.
No, everybody knows that. I like how you say that as if we're supposed to be shocked.
I just don't understand people that can go to a concert and have one beer.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
And we've been meaning to talk to you about that.
What is that? One 30-ounce beer? What's wrong with you?
Mama needs a roadie.
It's embarrassing. What are you, a little girl?
She gets turned out of concert, man. She is a lot of what you're talking about. on
If
that
I'm at
list.
a concert, it's because I love this artist. I don't go to many concerts. And I overserve myself and then I get carried away and I love to sing.
had $1 million.
I love to sing. I know it's not fun for people that have ears, but I love to sing.
I had to get drunk just so I wasn't like, sorry guys. I had to get to
Yeah.
her level.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's sing.
Oh yeah, I dragged you kicking and screaming.
Now she did it. I'm an alcoholic just like she is.
There's also some etiquette here for restaurants, not just concerts. 73% say it's not cool to ask for something that's not on the menu. 73% not cool to ask for something that's not on the menu. What are your thoughts on that, Virginia?
I mean, I think if you are a person that has food restrictions and limitations, like say you're a vegetarian or a vegan and you ask for something just so you can be there and be in the moment, I don't think that's douchey. But, it would be good if you looked at the menu ahead of time and see what they had and figured out what you can eat and what you can't eat. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with that if somebody's got a restriction in their diet and they're just asking for a favor.
Let's say that you go into a place that does
Meat market
Yeah.
as a vegetarian.
Well, and you ask for something that is, Jaybird will go in and ask for grilled cheese, say maybe, and that's not something they have on the menu.
But what I always preface because the way I look at it, if you have bread and you have cheese, if you make cheeseburgers on the menu, I always say I'll pay for a cheeseburger, and all I want is just cheese and melted cheese. That's even easier than
No bread?
Well, I mean, what did I just say?
Cheese and melted cheese. Yeah.
It's real cheesy.
Just bring me a bunch of.
Bring me cheese and then more melted cheese.
You won't poop for a week. It's sometimes the things I say. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being a diva because I'm saying I'll pay for it, and you already have bread and cheese. And if you can't put fucking cheese and butter together, and that's a problem. I don't think I'm being an ass face on that.
And it's all about, too, your delivery,
Yeah.
too. If you're sweet to the waitress and you're sweet to the waiter and you're nice to everybody and, like, you just say, hey, I really want to get down with the grilled cheese. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
And I really do. I would preface, if you can't do it, it's not a big deal. I'm just merely asking.
Now, the person that goes in and they try to make all kinds of substitutions and change the essence of a dish, like hold this but add this, and don't do this but do that, and substitute this for that, and like that person is annoying.
I'll take the chicken parmesan, but can you not make it parmesan? And can you make it turkey?
I would like it blackened. I know it's supposed to be, over rice. Can you do it over pasta? And instead of a side salad, can I do some tater tot? Like, they change everything about it. That's complicated.
Okay. Question here from Linnea. She says, I was just wondering, is Jaybird a vegetarian? If so, I was wondering why and when. I hear him talk about meaty foods, and then he describes his meal choices, and they seem to differ. Sorry if you've already gone over this. I'm vegetarian curious, and I'm slowly eliminating meats.
A lot of my diet's vegetarian. I mean, I'll eat meat every so often. When I gave my kidney away to Bigfoot, we were talking about body chemistry changing.
The kidney was the thing that liked meat.
Yeah, it just meat doesn't hit me the right way like it used to. And in fact, I don't even crave it like I did. But I'll still eat it depending on the situation. I'm not such a hardcore this or that.
Yeah.
I tried the vegan stuff too before as a bit. That was crazy. I couldn't believe how much weight I lost on that.
The thing about, too, as you get older, your body tolerates meat different. And that's not just you.
Yeah.
That's me. That's everybody. Like, I used to be able to house a bone-in ribeye and no problem.
Yeah.
It would make me throw up. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I'm just in a different meat space.
Yeah, my brother made some kind of rib thing last week, and I tried some. It was delicious. So it's not that I'm so staunch against. Oh no,
Right.
I just know my body doesn't function
Yeah,
well
it
with a
doesn't.
lot of meat anymore. It hurts. I don't want to have like tummy cramps. I'll eat a little bit, but I can't get down like I used to.
And I also do just since I was a little kid, I've been a carbaholic. I love carbs. Carb on carb crime has always been my MO, and we're dating back to age 3 for me.
Yeah.
I told you about that sandwich I invented as a kid called the champia. It was nothing but bread, on cheese, on sauce, just I don't know. I don't know
That's
if
just what you've dialed up.
I don't know if my mom gave that to me because she was more of the person that loves food. My dad doesn't. He's not a foodie like I am or my mom was. He eats. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
do you get that from your parents?
I don't know. It could be. I mean, I'm sure it's an influence, but
But you're not born with that in you. That you were.
That's a great
I was
question.
destined to be a carb.
I think a lot of it is when it comes to food. I think that a lot of it is nurture over nature. The nature is that you do have to eat to survive, and so you're going to have hunger. But the nurture is the kind of food. You see that from one generation to the next. And if your parents liked cooking, a lot of times I see kids that grow up and they're really into it. So, yeah, that's something you do hand off.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and my
You
parents cooked, or my mom cooked. I wouldn't say it was great. It was functional.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well,
My parents too. I mean, my dad, especially his mom, everything was bland.
Right, yeah.
Not a lot of seasoning, not a lot of crazy flavor. But, I grew up in New Orleans where everything is super flavorful. But my parents aren't from New Orleans. Like, I'm a transplant to there. So they had to kind of learn and adapt how to cook, but my dad liked it bland.
But I think you're right. I think a lot of it is how you're raised and the culture within the house. We were always talking about food. Food was such a big deal. And it was, again, my dad was just one of 8 other people, and we were all very Italian. We were talking, I mean, it was breakfast, we're talking lunch at breakfast, and food was just a big thing. Yeah. And if I was raised to food's not a big thing, I probably would have a way different outlook on it.
I think it's natural for you to be the way you are.
Who would you be if food wasn't a big thing?
It was such a big fucking thing. Snack parties, and it was always about food and parties.
It's a good time, though.
It is.
It's a great time.
Alberto wanted to say here, morning, y'all. Yesterday, you were talking about Jaybird trying new Latin cuisine. I strongly recommend Sarusi Subs in Miami. It was on the TV show Man vs. Food. Get the original sub, which is what you see here in the picture. They do have a Man vs. Food edition, which is double the meat and sauce. It's on Southwest 8th Street in Miami. And, yeah, that's one of the places I got to get to because you look at the subs here on KVJ TV.
See, that
she is wet.
That's how you do it.
That just looks like a different kind of sub.
It does.
That goes to the fuck yeah level of sub.
It looks so good.
They are not messing around.
Yeah. Jose had sent an email. He said, quick Spanish lesson for you, Kev. When you say gigante, don't say the G like G.I. Joe. Say it like my name, Jose. Yeah, you know what? I kind of, talking about the Cubano Gigante, and I kind of went gringo English on that because I feel like sometimes...
Gringlish.
Yeah, because I was going to go Gigante, but I'm like, people be like, what the fuck's he doing? What is that?
Why is he trying to look like he knows what he's doing?
Yeah.
Sometimes
we know he's white from Ohio.
Sometimes if you're white from Ohio, you can go overly.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, try
Gigante.
And I think Gigante might lose a lot of people where they'd be like, what is Gigante? I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know any Spanish. So.
He's stupid.
You can be a try hard too. You're trying too hard.
You can. You can totally try too hard and forget what, and where you're from.
Yeah, so I did gringoize that just a bit. Just a quick answer, too. Everett had sent us this information. Yes, the 2Js, if you're looking for it, it's in the Royal Ponciana Plaza and the back in Palm Beach.
Maybe they got a special pass.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I don't know. It's a cool little plaza there, but I don't get back there very often. There used to be a taco place that had kind of a hidden speakeasy kind of bar in the back.
Oh, I know where this is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess probably back in there. I didn't notice the 2Js or forgot about it. It's been a good bit of time since I've been back there because that taco place has been closed a couple years now.
And this was an ordinance that I knew about that was 20 years ago this was told to me. So, I mean, things could have changed. They could have decided that, that's dumb and we're being snobby.
But it is for the first time, though. I don't really know. I mean, aside from the 2Js, I don't know of anything else that would constitute as a chain.
Well, I do know specifically Houston's had to call themselves Palm Beach Grill, and it's still there as Palm Beach Grill because no chains were allowed.
We're getting called out hardcore. Everyone's saying there's definitely a 2Js in Palm Beach.
Well, now there is, but there didn't used to be. So maybe this is a new thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there in the Royal Ponciana if you want to find it.
I want to find out the year because I kind of remember a 2Js being in Palm Beach for a minute. Not as new as you would think.
It may have been there a while. I wasn't aware of it.
By the way, side note,
it is kind of hidden away. It's not something that's right on the street.
I've been to the one in Palm Beach, I think. The 2Js, their cakes, for the record, unbelievable next level.
They do a great job.
They do a great job
really
on their
do.
cakes. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn.
And maybe it's who you know.
What do you mean?
They got the ordinance doesn't apply to them because they know somebody,
Oh man, their chocolate cake. The one the regular chocolate cake, and that's just your basic cake. It might even be my favorite. And their banana dream. Oh fuck! If you like banana,
and you like dreams, who doesn't have dreams?
banana dream cream.
Got an email from Kirby, said, hey, I heard you guys chatting about pizza and Americans Americanizing Italian food. Yeah, the story was a guy, he's, I guess, Italian food historian, and he was just talking about what pizza was originally, and I guess it did, the flatbreads and whatnot originated, I think it was around the Naples area, especially in Italy, and it goes back like 1,000 years, but then a lot of Italian Americans, when they came here, Lombardi's, I think, was the name of it. That was the first place where they really started changing it. The carbonara sauce, I think that they use. The pizza sauce that we know it, that's what makes it different. That's the Americanizing of pizza, is the type of sauce that is used, and that is unique to America. And then what happened was during World War II, Italian Americans then who were stationed in Italy, like, hey, where's the pizza at, man? And then they were introducing and trying and bringing things back. So it's almost like it started in Italy, went to America, and then the newer Americanized version of pizza started showing up in Italy.
In my very humble opinion, and by the way, I think every ingredient and every part of the pizza is important. Everything, you need everything for it to work. But the most important is the sauce. In my humble opinion, I know people say it's the crust.
That might be where you would come off because you talk a lot about getting true Italian pizza. That might be afterwards where you'd walk away saying the sauce may let you down. It may not be what you want.
If the sauce is good on a pizza, you can have a little shittier crust and a little shittier cheese and get by. Man, when the sauce is not to your liking, and we all have different palates when it comes to the sauce, it ruins the pizza. And people say, oh, there's no bad pizza, like there's no bad sex. There's bad pizza, and there's definitely bad fucking.
Okay.
There's
What's her name?
they're just, those things are real.
Tell us her name.
No.
Well, Kirby threw this in there too. He said during World War II, Italy out-Americanized us with pizza Frita, the deep-fried pizza. Pizza Frita emerged due to poverty during World War II when Naples suffered roughly 200 air raids. There were no ingredients for making pizza, and many of the ovens were destroyed by the bombing, so people had to get creative and ingenious to find replacements for missing items. Locals began deep-frying dough and using lower-quality ingredients such as anchovies and broccoli, purchased spoiled or out of season. It's effing delicious. And there's a picture of it. You want to try a Frita? That's basically a fried pizza.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh.
I mean, I know fried food is not good for you, but it just tastes so good.
Yeah, but neither is, drinking all day on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, you know what I mean? We're all doing something wrong.
You're not taking that from me.
We're all living our best life when it comes to health, I'm sure.
Text rolling in here. What the hell, man? All the tickets for your live show are sold out already. Get a bigger venue and accept that you guys are popular. Yeah, we're kind of just kicking it back in here. And so, we just want to see where things are. We haven't done a live show since the pandemic. We've got new equipment that allow us to video stream our events, and we hope to really start getting out a good bit. And so, we just wanted to shake off the rust. And we have a great relationship with the Palm Beach Kennel Club. They're amazing people over there. The paddock room it's a good room, and it's a nice way to start. I think it's 400, something like that. So, it was a decent size to get things going, and we'll see how it goes. We wanted to do that. We'd rather start there and pack a 400 person room than do 2,000 and we have 200 people. So
until we take it to Dolphin Stadium.
Yeah, there you go. That's the goal. Hard Rock Stadium, man.
But we are going to do more than just one of these. This is going to be a series, and we'll get bigger venues than this. This is just the first one.
And we'll get south. So we'll be different places.
We'll get south. We'll get north.
People keep asking how many people did just the 8, because I know you could get up to 8 or whatever. I don't think there was that many that did 8.
No, in fact, I don't know that there was really many at all. I kind of went over that with Randy, who had seen the numbers. Yeah, most people were 2 to 3 tickets tops. You could get as many as 8, but I think it was
I don't think there was one that did 8.
No,
I think
I don't
Really?
think there was.
I don't
yeah.
think
That's
there was.
good.
Let
I
me
don't
check
think
the
there's-
numbers.
Don't think there's anybody over 4, so that's kind of how that
That's
worked out.
good.
Yeah. So that's
That
kinda
was
where
my
we're at.
fear, that people would try to scoop up bundles of 8 and then not show up.
And that always happens. Well, by the way, who travels in 8? That's
Too big of a number.
That's a large group, unless you're playing baseball.
Nobody buys 8 tickets to anything. That's a lot.
So anyway, so there will be more. So if you can't get this one, I'd like to get in a groove where every 6 weeks to 2 months we're doing another live show some other place. So just depends on how long we can work out all the details with different venues. Got an email from Everett talking about FloridaTreasureHunt.gov, and he said, yeah, Kev, that site is legit. I found my daughter's $6,500 in an insurance company said was abandoned. Not that much paperwork either. Jaybird, you got about 20 entries on that.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm pumped.
You may wind up having a good chunk of money there just sitting unclaimed, ready for you.
Ain't nothing but a pizza and grilled cheese party.
Yeah, you can get all the carbs.
You're right.
Engineer Key sent us an explanation why the Hubbard Legal Department has told us that we should not be using the ChatGPT. He said the reason legal is cautioning the use of it is intellectual property or trade secrets. For example, if your company paid for training in specific marketing techniques that follow a format which is not to be distributed, and an unwitting salesperson might take the format, as well as information about a client that may or may not be public, put it into a prompt in ChatGPT, and then ask it to write their commercial for them. The sticky part of this situation is that ChatGPT learns from the prompts it's fed, but it also learns from the world at large. So theoretically, it could deduce the intellectual property formula from listening to thousands of radio commercials, or it might have come from a sales guy's typing it into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So regardless, it's hard to figure out which could open the door for legal trouble for any company that puts the IP of others into the chat.
Plot twist. Engineer Keith didn't write that. Chat GPT did.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Might have. Well, the thing I was wondering too, I know that images is something that we have to be very careful of. And the thing that I had seen, did you guys see any of those mock-up photos of Trump getting arrested?
I did.
Where he was handcuffed and they were dragging him and all these cops.
No, that's a thing?
Well, the thing that was amazing about it was if people got that from ChatGPT, they went in and they said, create an image of Donald Trump being arrested, and it spit out those images. It's unbelievable.
It's horrifying.
Wow.
It really was insane, and I never even thought of it that way. And, maybe what that is, that could be a combination or a culmination of some trademarked images, possibly, and you might be violating some copyrights, if you do that. But yeah, those photos were just unbelievable on what they looked like, because it was pretty crazy. And you can see right now, I think they changed it where they're not doing the mugshot. So you can see through ChatGPT, people are already creating Donald Trump's mugshot
Wow.
from his indictment.
It's getting weird out there, man. I remember I saw the fake clip, and this was older, maybe 5 years older, but it was the beginning stages of them kind of messing with people that were well known. And it goes, oh my gosh, look at this. President Obama is grinding on the plane. Look what he's doing. And it shows Obama going like this, but it's not really Obama.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy, but
And it looked fake, but if you watch a couple seconds, it kind of looked, but you knew it was fake, and motherfuckers thought it was still real.
Yeah. It's crazy. Here's one of the images that ChatGPT created. Trump getting arrested. You can see there's a whole bunch of cops behind him, and he's running. That was created.
It looks fake
Using
to me,
AI.
though. That one looks fake to me.
I don't know. I mean, they're getting really good at making these pictures, and we're not going to know the difference.
Yeah, and that's it.
And
So,
then it'll happen to one of us where we're going to be running down the street from the police, and people are going to believe it.
Yeah, you don't know what is what, but apparently it's that easy to get an image even. And I didn't even know the images. Here's the other one, or another one that it created.
That looks real to me.
Of Trump getting arrested, and there's like 20 cops that are just hauling him and taking him to the ground.
Good Lord.
If that was on, if I put on the internet and there was a headline by there, I would think that was a real picture.
From my understanding, yeah, that somebody just typed that in, said create an image of Donald Trump getting arrested by New York cops, and that's what it gave you.
Wow.
And that's insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
If
because
it can create that.
people will see that and think that really happened.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure if you weren't plugged into what's going on, that could be something that people would throw out there. Be like, oh my gosh, you see how rough they took Trump down?
And then you put on social media, everyone gets all fired up.
Yeah. And there's another one where I wouldn't even know today what to believe. I don't know if that's ChatGPT or if that's legit. I assume that's.
I don't think that's real.
GPT. I don't think that's real.
They were bringing him in like a back secret entrance where
right.
no one was even going to be able to get pictures of him. So any pictures I think that you have of him getting arrested are not real. And they said he's not having a mugshot.
But are we going to get to the point where I just go, all right, Chat GPT, create Kevin Ralston 69ing
Jason Pennington.
Boom.
I don't know why that wouldn't come up. Yeah, it's after seeing what it did with the Trump arrest photos.
Make it as realistic as possible.
I want Jason on top.
Kevin's O face, make it poppin'.
Yeah. You know, it's going to become like I was on Saturday on Twitter trying to get news, and every other post was fake, and I'm like, there's no way that's real.
Yeah, because it was all April Fool's pranks.
Right.
That's going to be our life.
That's going to be every day.
It's going to be bad, too. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy over here. It's going to confuse people so much.
Yeah.
It's only going to
be
get
able to
better.
believe anything you see, hear, anything. Because, then that's the other thing that they have, too. And I think that was part of it. I'd heard that, where they were saying you can right now have ChatGPT have a celebrity voice and put a script in it. And that, I think, is one where our company doesn't want us using that. Because let's say that we had Donald Trump doing a confession, and we thought it was a funny parody and blah, 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 then that could start getting you in hot water, because they might say, no, you played it like it was
real.
Him. It sounded just like Donald Trump.
Right.
That was confessing to something, and you didn't do the proper thing to let people know that this was a parody.
It's going to get to the point where Chat GPT, show Kevin Ralston and Jason Pennington 69ing, but make the pleasure sounds Virginia would make from Kevin. So now it's your voice coming out of Kevin while he's getting 69 by the bird, and it would look realistic.
I would watch that.
I think everybody, I think 90% of our audience would watch that.
Yeah.
But it would sound like you coming out of Kevin, and it would be realistic. Oh, bird, that's great. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not my bedroom voice.
You're right. It's fine.
Well, I make it hot. Ask your dad.
It's a lot more Gollum-like.
So it's going to be fascinating to see where it goes. I got an email here from Michael, and this is a story that was out about a dude that befriended and got all tight with an AI chatbot. And he got to the point where he couldn't differentiate and really thought he was talking to somebody, and it became his whole thing. He lost himself in this chatbot, and it started to talk to him about climate and the climate issues, and he got all depressed. This is a guy, a father of 2 young children. He committed suicide.
That's what
They said that the chatbot kind of drove him to that, and he just lost himself.
Think about in 20 years when you're able to make a robot appear just like a human. But we've talked about this before. Humans are going to get emotionally attached to robots. And there's going to be a whole thing where robot rights are going to be a thing. I know I sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
But you've always sounded that way.
And some of the shit I've been...
So it's really difficult when a crazy person starts making sense. You're like, damn.
I know. Some of the shit I was saying 20 years ago is happening. Fuck. They all think I'm crazy.
I made you out of Earth.
I am. It's getting weird out there.
Mm-hmm. And Deidre sent an email in looking for a birthday shout out for a KVJ superfan, Chelsea Isley. Happy 33rd, Deidre.
Woohoo!
Chelsea Isley.
Chelsea Isley. Chelsea Isley. From Deidre.
There you go.
Look at that personalized chant.
That's what we do around here.
I love it.
Send them in to us for the regular show. Read mail at kvjshow.com. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.